Hey people, Pat Wallace back with you again. Just as I promised, I got some more information for you. But first, I have to issue a disclaimer. I'm going to tell you some things that are not the opinion of Tuskegee Virtual or Wallace Media USA. These are opinions of people that were involved in the election. Some of them were voters, some of them were working for the polls, and some other people that were strongly influenced by this. Now, these are people that feel like they have not been heard. So this is what they have to say about this. I am simply the message board, and I welcome any official or elected candidate to come on and say what they have to say, because if people don't feel like they're being heard, or if they don't feel like the communication is open, then we're going to have problems for quite a while. And I think that that's something that we can definitely avoid by talking to each other. And if this is the only way that it can be done, let's do it. Now, I will say this. That's my disclaimer. Now, I will say this. I've covered these elections since 2012. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I haven't seen some things that I was unsure of. But like I said, this is Tuskegee, and we've been doing this for years and years and years. And I think this is why it's really important for us to bring this out, because I've had many people, dozens of people, to approach me and send me text messages about different things related to this election. And since covering it since 2012, this is the most complaints I've ever had, and people coming in. Now, I asked them, did you vote? And if they didn't vote, then I don't want to hear what they have to say, because we have thousands of registered voters here, and I was disappointed to see 1,600 show up. Now that points to another problem. Many people have gotten so sick of the way that the process is that they just decided to not show up. 1,600 people, 1,600 plus, that's embarrassing. We as a county, as a voting group, should be embarrassed by that. Now, I believe this is just, I'm going to speak freely right now. I believe that a big part of the problem with this election is the fact that the districts were redrawn, and that caused a lot of confusion. And I'm sure that has not been done in a very, very long time here. And so it was brand new for a lot of people. This is a brand new thing. And so I'm not taking up for anybody. I'm not picking a side. But I will say that there is always going to be some chaos when you change a system so radically like that. So I'm just going to leave that right there. By the way, I'm going to insert something right quick. This is something, I'm going to put this on the screen, but I'm going to read something to you that was delivered by a group of citizens that are kind of feeling disenfranchised. I'm going to just play this. And again, this is the citizens saying this. Okay, here we go. Members of the Tuskegee Civic Association, the TCA, would feel hurt and disgusted that we in the city of Tuskegee did not give all registered voters the chance to cast their votes because of technical glitches in our system. In fact, this goes against the efforts of those who worked hard to enable Black people to vote in Tuskegee, Macon County, and Alabama. Dr. Charles G. Gamillion, Dr. Martin Luther King, Reverend Martin of Mount Olive Baptist Church, Sammy Young, and others would shed tears over our neglect in properly notifying people about their districts due to the change in the form of government. It is something we all share responsibility for, including city officials, the Board of Registrars, candidates, and citizens. To fix this, we must work together to make sure our systems work properly. We recommend that the glitches be corrected and that the election be redone so that all voices are heard. Now again, that came from a group of citizens. And if you want to respond to that, please respond to that in the comment section below. Now, let's move on. Additionally, I did speak to the young man who has the pending lawsuit, and I questioned him about that, and he didn't want to come across as a sore loser or anything like that. And I did have an opportunity as a journalist to look at that affidavit. And I can tell you that, and the community, that there is nothing in that lawsuit that points to anything that says he wants to recount the election, or he thinks he won, or nothing like that. He's not challenging the numbers. In fact, nobody that's complained or given me a complaint has said anything about the actual numbers. A few have, but that doesn't count in this situation. The lawsuit has to do with the process. He's not saying he wants to challenge, James in any kind of way or anything like that. He says he just doesn't think that the process is like it should be. Now, again, that may play into the chaos that we've had. It may be a symptom of the chaos that we've experienced after recutting these districts. But I wish somebody official would come on the platform to tell folks that this is not like Jim Crow and gerrymandering and things like that. Somebody needs to step to the plate and say that to folks, because if you leave them to their own devices, they're going to come up with all kinds of ideas. So please, somebody in the administration, you are more than welcome to come on. I don't attack people in my presentations and in my interviews. You are more than welcome to come in here and clear up any misunderstandings, because the people are not happy. They want to come on and speak out. So please, you're welcome to come on too. Anybody that wants to do this, because this is for the citizens. I speak for the citizens. I do this. Everything that I do on this platform is for the citizens. And as I've always said, the citizens deserve better. That they do. So, like I said, if you want to speak out, if you want to make your voice heard, reach out. If you feel like you've been unjustly treated, unfairly treated, or anything like that, please reach out, because your voice should be heard. And if you don't have to go on camera, you don't have to be in the public, but we just need to know what the situation is, because I'd love to go back and say, hey, there's nothing to any of this. I'd love for some official to come on and show me where everything was done right, so that we could just put all of this to rest. Because we don't need to air our dirty laundry on platforms like this. What we need is smooth leadership in our community. Now, if you agree with me, put a like and make a comment in there. Now, the one question I have, this is Pat Wallace's question, and I'd like for you all to respond in the comment section below. Is it just me, or am I the only one that has a problem running that gauntlet to go to the poll and vote? I know you got absentee ballots and stuff like that, but I like to go in there and cast a vote. When I do, I like to go in. Does anybody else have a problem with running that gauntlet, going up to the circus up there at the complex? If you do, please let me know in the comments section below, because I feel like that is one of the reasons why a lot of people don't vote. They don't want to have to, they don't want to have to go through that. A lot of people don't. So please, let me know how you feel about that, and let's keep this thing rolling, because we want to make Tuskegee the best little city in the South. As I always say, be a part of the motion. Be a part of the movement. Get with me now. Yo.